Lately, these motivational YouTube shorts, Instagram Reels, and TikTok videos are getting millions upon millions of views despite being extremely simple to make. These YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok channels are earning serious money with these simple videos. So in this video, I'm going to show you the easiest and fastest way to create these motivational style short-form videos with the power of AI. Especially on Instagram, these videos are performing extremely well. And there is one thing that these videos have in common. I'm going to search for motivation on Instagram, briefly show you some results, and then I want you to take a guess at what the thing is they all have in common.
I promise you this. In 6 months, success demands 6 things. Number 1, hard work. Don't stress, bro. Let her talk to who she wants. If you can't find true love, work hard, make. Biggest lesson I learned this year is to not force anything. 6 laws of the top 1%. Imagine you are reading a book or watching a series. It took me 7 years to.
Well, that should be enough. It's quite obvious
that every one of these viral motivational videos are using this voiceover.
How did you do that?
Well, I'm going to show you. But first, let's break down the videos so we know what to make. This channel has almost 300,000 followers and is getting millions of views. Let's take a look at a few of their latest videos.
You post a pic on Instagram and you get 10 likes. You post, I love friends that you don't see for days, weeks, even months. But imagine you're standing in front of God and he's reading out a list about you.
So these videos all have the same voiceover, are made with random but nice looking footage, and have a dark and mysterious feel. So let me show you how to make these videos the easiest way. As always, we are going to start with ChatGPT. So we want to use ChatGPT to create these motivational and inspirational quotes for our videos. I had to play around a lot with different prompts and eventually came up with the following that works extremely well. To avoid ChatGPT sounding like an old Greek philosopher, I instructed to make the quotes easy to understand and write them in simple English. This way, ChatGPT will give you 20 relatively short quotes you could use. These quotes are almost all just one-sentence quotes. This way, the video would be only a few seconds long, which, in my opinion, is too short. To make them longer, you want to use the following prompt. Simply ask ChatGPT to add a second part to these quotes, again instructing it to make them easy to understand and write in simple English. This way, ChatGPT will add another sentence related to the first one to the quotes, thereby making them longer. And as you can see, ChatGPT has expanded the quotes. So I think they are still a bit too short. What you can do is again ask to expand the quotes by adding a third part. You can do this as long as you like until you reach the desired length. However, 3 sentences will give you a 15 to 20 second video, which is already very decent. Alright, moving on to the video in VoiceOver. To create the videos in VoiceOver, I'm going to use Fleeky. I have put the links of all the tools I used in the description of this video. So if you would like to test out this method for yourself, use these links to get started. When you have made an account, you want to select a new file, give it a name, and hit submit. Now you can copy a quote you made with ChatGPT and paste it into Fleeky. As you can see, the whole quote is now one scene. You could select the image icon and search for one piece of footage and call it a day. However, you want to switch up the footage to make the video more engaging and therefore make people watch the video longer. To do this, you are going to add another scene. You can do this by selecting the plus icon. You want to read through the quote to determine where there is a right point to switch up the footage. Then copy the rest of the quote and paste it in the next scene. You need to repeat these steps until you have cut up the quote in the desired number of scenes. Now it's time to select the footage. As I stated earlier, the beauty of this method is that it doesn't really matter what kind of footage you use. Let me show you what I mean. So this is one of the more recent videos of the channel I showed earlier. I'm going to play it without sound so I don't get a copyright strike. But this is the kind of footage they use. Cars driving, a field with flowers, another car driving, a lovely beach, and another car driving. Ooh, my ex-girlfriend. A bird, a leaf, a swing, well, you get the point. It doesn't make any sense at all. The only condition is that these videos are all very well shot, and what I call very cinematic. So you want to look for these kinds of videos. So I'm going to prove to you it doesn't matter what footage you choose by simply searching for instance for cinematic footage and almost randomly selecting them. Maybe also some slow motion footage, because life's always moving too fast. A little bit of nature as well to remind us we're insignificant in the grand scheme of things. People riding on a bike? A hand in the sun like a glorified sunscreen commercial. And let's finish with two people standing on a van. I'm feeling the motivation already. So now you want to go to settings and change the aspect ratio from square to portrait and hit save. I'm also going to hide the subtitles, and I will add them in a separate program. You will find out why in a minute. So you want to deselect the subtitles, and then select apply to similar layers. And now the most important part, the voiceover. So you want to select the name of the voiceover, and then choose the male voiceovers. You want to look for the voiceover called Gavin. Click the name, and then select apply this voice to all the voiceovers and hit select. Lastly, you want to again go to settings and set the gap between the scenes to 0.2 seconds. This way, the pause in the voiceover between the scenes will be shorter, and therefore the voiceover will sound more natural. And you want to manually make the last scene longer. You have to do this for the music you will add later. This is very important, and you will find out why when you watch the final result. To do this, you want to go to the last scene and select more. Then you go to duration and let's make this scene 4 seconds. Now press download, and this step is done. For the music, you have a couple of options. On Instagram, everybody uses copyrighted music without problems. I think because most theme pages are earning money with so-called shoutouts or sponsors, and not with ads on their reels. Within YouTube, you can add copyrighted music to your video using YouTube Shorts audio library without getting copyright strikes. However, the safest way is always to use royalty-free music. I would suggest searching on Google for royalty-free music. Keep in mind that some websites require a subscription to use the music. However, there are also a lot where you can download songs for free. Alright, now let's go to CAPCUT. This is an awesome free editing tool with a lot of great features. And this is not sponsored or anything. I personally really like this and highly recommend it for simple video editing. So import the MP4 file from Fleeky and the music you selected. And firstly, drag the music file to the bottom of the screen. For these motivational videos, the music is very important. Firstly, you need to look for the drop or climax in the music. So you want to play the song to determine this point. Let me give you an example. So as you can hear, the drop is right about here. Now you want to set the timing bar at this exact place and drag the video on top of it. In the video, you can see the sound waves of the speech. What you want to do is to place the ending of the sound wave from the speech right before the drop of the music. Now the drop of the music starts just as the speech ends. Now delete the rest of the music and drag the start of the music to the start of the video. Now I'm going to lower the volume of the music a bit. You can do this by selecting the music and dragging the volume slider to the left in the top right corner of the screen. And now this part is done. As you might have noticed in the examples I showed you, all these motivational videos have a bit of a dark, mysterious feel. This is achieved with color grading the videos. So color grading really is almost an art. And what I'm going to show you is definitely not the right way to do this. However, you can use this as a starting point. So you want to select the video and then go to adjustment in the top right corner. Here you have lots of settings you can change, and you will need to adjust it depending on the video. For instance, the temperature gives the video a more warm or cold feeling by making it more yellow or blue. So we want to make the video mysterious and dark. So I would suggest starting with lowering the temperature, hue, and saturation sliders to -30. Then the brightness to -15 and the contrast to 15. And as you can see, the video has a more dark and mysterious feel. So I would suggest you play with these sliders until you find the settings that you like. Now for the subtitles. You want to select text in the top left corner and go to Auto Captions and click on Create. CAPCUT is now going to transcribe the video and add subtitles based on the speech. First, you want to place the subtitles in the middle of the screen. And let's make them a little bit bigger by increasing the font size. As you can see, the text is a bit too long. So I'm going to Captions in the top right corner. Here you can see every separate part of the subtitles. You can now simply select the part of subtitles you want to split and hit Enter. And it is now divided into two smaller parts. Repeat this step for the rest of the subtitles. Now for the last step, I'm going to change the font and add a shadow effect so it looks like the subtitles are coming off the screen and are better readable. Go to Text in the top right corner and select the font. For these motivational shorts or reels, I would suggest something with a classic feeling like Arno Pro. If you want to have a better look, you can select the expand icon to make it full screen. To add a shadow effect to the subtitles, you need to scroll down a little and select Shadow. Here you have some settings you can change to make it more to your liking. However, it is already quite good in my opinion. The only thing I'm going to do is increase the distance a bit so it looks like the subtitles are coming more off the screen. Now let's take a look at the result.
Success is not just about reaching the top, but also helping others climb along. Lift others up, and you'll rise higher together. Because in the journey to success, collaboration and kindness make the voyage more meaningful.
Lovely. The subtitles are all fitting nicely. The video has a dark and mysterious feel, and the speech ends just before the drop of the music. So when you are done, you can hit Export in the top right corner. Give it a name and hit Export again. And you are done. So this is by far the easiest and fastest way to make these videos. I have put all the ChatGPT prompts and the links of the tools I used in the description of this video. You would really help me if you gave this video a like and a comment. This way I can make more of these videos for you. Thanks for watching, and until next time.